It's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Oh man, this is exciting. Oh my goodness. All right, we got week 1. Finally. Everybody has been waiting so patiently, and they've just been waiting for the season to get started ever since they announced it. Everybody just loves what these guys do, all the players and just Draft League in general, and just the difference of play from like the usual. You see Pokemon you usually don't see. You see players playing a certain style you usually don't see. It's just so much fun, and I just can't wait. So we're going to react to and watch together Mount versus James Baek, Immunity Idols versus Jubilife Piplups. We're going to watch the match together, and I'm going to react to the match, just kind of what's been brought and things like that. And at the end, I'm going to go over what I thought in my previous video, what they were going to bring and how it compared to what they actually brought. And we'll just kind of analyze the match together. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions about what happened or anything that I said, just maybe further explanation, I read literally every single comment and I respond to literally every single comment. So, and I appreciate all the kind words. Everybody has just been so kind and so encouraging, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you so much, and just keep them coming. It's so much fun together. It's going to be a long season, and it's going to be a fun one. So let's get started. So we got Mount. I'm going to watch Mount's perspective as well. I'm going to try to switch back and forth between, I'm not just going to always watch Mount's perspective, or I'm not going to always watch, say, whoever's. I'm going to try to switch around just to kind of, balance it out a little bit. So this time we're watching Mount's. I'm going to put down his video link, the original video, in the description, and his channel as well. So check him out, and James's perspective for when you want to check out both of them, just to kind of hear their thoughts during the match. And let's dive in. Let's do it. This is going to be great. So I'm going to be a little quiet, and we'll go from there. Let's see. By the way, this is only one Pokemon off from what I originally actually had for Mount's team. This is actually kind of cool, which means he thinks along the same lines of me. So I think the only difference was I didn't have Executor on the team here. It's not like you couldn't bring it. It was just more so like I was thinking something else. But yeah, Ursa, Torkoal, the Mentalherb, Oranguru for sure. Great minds think alike. And Blaziken with Focus Sash. Did I have that? No, I had Life Orb. Okay. The Illumise I had as well with the Covert Cloak. Yeah, makes sense. And I had the Sentret on the team, so I guess he didn't think he needed redirection. But you have 2 Trick Room Setters on this team, so yeah, that's actually really scary. You got the Life Orb on the Executor, but no, a very cool team. I can't wait to see it. Then you got James's team. I can't really see the items yet, but you have the what's it called, the Ninetales next to the Annihilape by design, first and second pick for him. The Blastoise I didn't have. The Cinderace I think is going to be actually really impactful. We're going to see. Hydrapple, I think I just kind of theorized that, if you wanted to play against it in their Trick Room, that would work. So I think that's a good choice. And then the Revivroom, I can't wait to see it. I think in his breakdown of his team and his draft, I thought that the idea was, or he said the idea was, it's just a cheap steel type. And there's not a lot of great ones in low tiers or even just in general. So Hydrapple Cinderace, what in the world? Added to the list of stuff I never thought I would see as a lead. So, all right, let's see. So we got Illumise next to the Executor. So I can see potentially a Sunny Day. I'm actually kind of curious. It might just be a Trick Room, because this also threatens the Tailwind and the Trick Room at the same time. And James is actually kind of ready for that. You got a super fast Pokemon, and you have a slow Pokemon in Hydrapple. So this is a tough decision, or a tough turn for both players. But I do think that James just has more offense on the field right now and more pressure. So a Sleep Powder does make sense if he's going to go for that into the Cinderace. But that thing's at major risk, especially with Life Orb. I do think Max Speed does outspeed the Cinderace, but Tailwind and the Sleep Powder. This is a 25% chance to lose the game. Oh, and he gets it. Nice. Very nice. What's this Hydrapple going to do? Let's see what happens here. Hydrapple, what are you doing? Is this a nasty plot? That'd be filthy. Infestation, quad super effective damage. Wow. Just add that to the list of things you'll only see in a draft match. That's awesome. Go James. This is so cool. So the Encore is just so threatening, right? So you can just Encore him into the Infestation if you want. I'd be a little hesitant to get the Sun up in front of a Cinderace, but you can't put the Hydrapple to sleep. The Cinderace can technically wake up this turn because it's already at his mandatory turn of sleep. So a Terra would be defensive if you can stay if you can actually like just stay in. Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, and a Hydrapple, but I do believe it's open Terra, so James does know that Terra Fairy's on the other side. And unless there's dark moves coming in, it's probably Terra Blast, an offensive Terra type, so Encore, so there's the Infestation. He didn't Terra. He was flirting with it during that turn. Let's see. Psychic, this is going to be strong. Wow, yeah, Focus Sash, there you go. Just prepared for everything. Yeah, information being revealed. And there's a Life Orb as well being revealed. Yeah, 2 turns of sleep, okay. Infestation, okay. Alright, so he's chosen which 2 he wants on the field. So James is definitely wanting those 2 on the field right now. But Exeggutor's looking pretty good right now. I don't exactly know. Like, I guess, yeah, I'm trying to think Infestation probably won't pick up at this range. But Cinderace has a pretty good chance of waking up here, but I think you just go for a, Did it have Protect? Or did it have Trick Room? It did have Protect, so... And are there any attacking moves on the Illumise? Did I see that? Let me just go to full screen here. Yeah, Psychic. You do go first, so that is a thing. So you can Psychic the Cinderace here. Yeah, save your Terra, buddy. For sure, and he's got the Blaziken and the Ursaluna in the back, so there's no Trick Room on this mode at all, right? So what's he gonna do? Terra Fairy, Terra Blast makes sense. I thought he could have done that this turn or the last turn, but I think this just prolonging and preserving your Terra is just so nice. So let's see what happens here. Does the Cinderace stay? Did he target the Cinderace? I didn't see. Yeah, Cinderace wakes up, cool. This is a Protect, yeah. Nice job. And yeah, this is Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, right? Into the Hydrapple. Fake Tears. Oh, dead. Yeah, later. Yeah, nice turn. And then who's... And Tailwind's still up. I'd say Mount's in a fantastic position right now because, like, Tailwind's up and you can still Tailwind again if it's about to end. So this is a... He's in a really good spot. This is also the player that took out Cybertron Zhang, Aaron Cybertron Zhang in the finals of the SPL. I actually just rewatched that the other day and... Just an absolute clinic he put on. So, so his last, I think his last VGC Draft League he played, he won it. So, against the same caliber players. So, James Baek was also in that. Let's see, Blastoise comes in. Not a lot of offense on that side right now. Is Tailwind still up? I think one more turn, right? Or did it just end? Encore and Protect. Yeah, makes sense. And Protect, because, yeah, you got to watch out for the Fake Out. The Covert Cloak is already on the Illumise, so you're pretty safe there. Got Hard Switch. Yeah, James is just so smart. He knows. He hasn't even revealed Encore yet. No, no, he Encored him into Infestation. There we go. So makes sense. Let's see. There's the Fake Out. Yeah, makes sense. Like, that's a pretty standard turn. Just faking out there. Encore, yeah. So kind of a wasted turn. Yeah, Encoring Blastoise into Fake Out is so nice. I don't think there's any greater feeling than someone faking you out and then you just encoring them into that. So I actually don't think that encore into Blastoise, and yeah, you don't want to let the Revavroon set up though, so this is a tough turn. Yeah, unless you're just like, I don't think that you need the Exeggutor too much anymore. Like Blastoise, if you can kind of whittle it down, I think you're okay. Yeah. Oh, and Protect. Okay, so Fake Out, Encore. Sorry, Fake Out and Protect on the same set for Blastoise. So it might be just Icy Wind and then Water Stab. Yeah, Tailwind goes off. So he read that Protect. That's awesome. Now you can actually Encore him again now. And then Spin Out. So that means you get... That's the 100 power drop your speed by 1 tech. Okay, so Tailwind didn't really matter a whole lot. Yeah, Revavroom is actually a great Pokemon for anti-trick. Not anti-trick room, but like just dropping your speed. It's just like a Hammer Arm, right? But I actually think Spin Out being its unique move, it actually has 100% accuracy on like Hammer Arm. So that is really cool though. So he was definitely ready for Trick Room. I still like Mount's position here actually. I really do, because now you just have the Encore. A spread damage here would be great. Whoever has it. Go for spread damage. There's Hyper Voice. Ooh, special Blaziken. Yeah, you could just Heat Wave here, right? Yeah, so you Encore and then Heat Wave, right? I think that's just the play, right? And Revavroom probably goes down. It is a Focus Sash version, though. I know Blaziken has a lower special attack than physical attack. Actually, Revavroom has the ability Filter, too, right? So super effective damage. No. Nice. That's so funny. Nice edit. Yeah, Encore Heat Wave, right? Covers the switch, yeah. Yeah. So the question is, yeah, so you preserve the Fake Out too. I think James is just on his back foot right now. This is a really tough position for him to be in. Interesting lead, Executor and Illumise. Yeah, there's the Encore. Hey, you know what's funny though? Like, you're getting red on the Encores, but who cares, right? Oh, it lives! You need to get rid of that Illumise, like, now. I don't think it's enough to take it out. Spin out? Yeah, he goes after the Illumise, and yeah. The thing about a support Pokemon like that's just strictly support, you bulk it out to the max. Like, so I found that those two little fairy bugs, not the fairy type, because whatever, just the bugs, like, people bulk them out like crazy. You just max the HP and then just do a defensive calc you want, right? So, go for a Sunny Day to weaken the Blastoise damage, and then the Ursaluna in the back. That's actually really smart. Do you go for a Solar Beam here? I think you Sunny Day and Protect, and then you could just Solar Beam next turn, right? Yeah, Sunny Day, and then hope the Illumise goes down, and then you're just completely set up, and the game's over. I don't think James goes for a Fake Out here. That's just too obvious, right? Doesn't gain you anything. Oh, he did. Well, I guess it keeps a Revavroom alive another turn. Yeah, there's no reason to do this unless you're going after the Illumise just to take it out, right? Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, watching Mount play is just like, it's just such a privilege. Like, this is so nice. Like, I think he's going to do so well in this league. Let's see this Luna. What's the item on the Luna? I don't remember. Yeah, Speed Boost is so good. Oh, Vacuum Wave. Okay. So you could potentially just... Yeah, if you're not afraid of the Blastoise here, I know the sun's up, so the water damage just does less, so I guess Hyper Voice would take out the Revavroom, right? Hyper Voice and then Solar Beam, or do you want to save the Solar Beam tech? Because here's the thing about when you're in draft, if the game's already like won, which it looks like the game is won, don't reveal anything that you don't want to reveal. Like, save text for the next game. Like, keep them guessing, right? Like, I've seen so many times where people reveal so much information for no reason at the end of a game. Yeah, there's a Protect, okay. Protecting at the end when you're about to lose is just so nice too. Just gathering information. Yeah, you're about to get a lot of information with this calc. Solar Beam. Okay. Yeah, that's probably did pretty much what I thought it would get. There's the item. That's so nice. Okay, and then Hyper Voice. So what's Blastoise doing here? You're about to... Yawn, maybe? There's nothing. Muddy Water. Okay, cool. Accuracy drops going for it. Play to your outs. That still did a lot. Oh, no. The accuracy drop. Oh, no. I've lost my fair share of those. Yeah, you're getting so much information. You got items on so many things. 3 of the 4 things. Did we get the item on the Hydrapple? I don't remember. Yeah, you got Focus Sash, you got Citrus Berry, and Leftovers right now. And you got... Yeah, he didn't find out it was Covert Cloak, but I think he knows. Like, if you don't see Terra Ghost, you know it's Cloak. See, so there's a late Terra. Terra Rock, okay. Yeah, so what's the rock for? Protect, cool. Yeah, learning that Blastoise has Protect is so nice. Yeah, and then the Ursaluna goes first too, so I guess you just Terra cuz, whatever. I'm trying to think what the out is there, but I just don't think he has one. Yeah, Blood Moon just picks it up. Yeah, you just Solar Beam and Blood Moon, the game's over. You got the speed advantage, so why not? So, yeah, so that's the first game of the season 1 for Mount. Very good for him. And James, so this is the difference between your average player. I'm not saying he's average, the Mount's average, but I'm just saying like the difference between a high quality player and someone who just plays the game and is very good is how they handle getting back from a game 1 loss or something. Just trying to get as much information as possible, understanding that the game is out of reach, and then you just try to gather as much information as possible, and that's just so smart. So, and then you use the information you have to develop your next game's game plan. That's just so smart. So, let's see what happens in this game. Do yourself a favor, don't look at the length of the video, just to kind of see what percentage of the video we finished, to see, oh, that looks like there's no game 3, so that means that Mount wins game 2, right? Don't do that. Don't spoil it for yourself. Just click play and look away, and then go from there. Yeah, just keep getting information. Why not? You don't want to reveal that last move as well, so... And there's a Solar Beam. Nice tech, by the way. So, I was actually going to say this. So, in my team that I had, prepping against James's team, I had clear Emulate Blaziken just to stop the Intimidate, because I double check. I'm pretty sure James had double Intimidate. Is that right? Crocodile, and no, just the one Intimidate. But I thought Crocodile, which by the way didn't come, I thought Crocodile looked pretty good this week. That was one of the first ones I put on the team. But yeah, another way to get around Intimidate is you just go special. And it's nice that you have a split attacker, because now, let me just look at Mount's team here. Yeah, Blaziken here, 110 special attack. Non-stab Solar Beam though, I'm trying to think like what calc that would have picked up. Like maybe you're trying to take out the Ursaluna. If it doesn't have AV, or if it's not invested, that might have been a calc, but I doubt it. Its HP is so high. Maybe Terra Water was a problem. See, that's the thing. Like we watch these games. I've seen people say they've watched games live and they just go, why would they do that? That makes no sense. It's like, but they prepped for their matchup so well and might have run into things in testing that we just did not see. Face value, you're not going to run into those till you actually get the game going. So no, I usually just kind of withhold my judgment till the end and kind of see what the game plan was. But I usually give players like these, the caliber they are, the benefit of the doubt. So let's see, is he going to go for Trick Room this game? That one went really well though. What would be James's adjustment? Would it be weather? Getting a Veil Up could be really nice, because that's a lot of like mediocre damage. Like the Psychic with Life Orb is pretty strong, but like Sleep Powder stuff, I don't know. Like we might see the Annihilape with Vital Spirit maybe. Might see Safety Goggles on something, I don't know. The Revavroom might be Overcoat, so if he leads that would be hella interesting. So is it Overcoat? I'm pretty sure it's Overcoat. One second, James Baek. It is Overcoat, so yeah, you would take the Sleep Powder, but Mount's not, he's a smart guy, he's not going to Sleep Powder that slot. Annihilape Cinderace, so what are we going to see here? Yeah, now this threatens double Trick Room. Like, what do you do now, right? Like, this is the freest Trick Room ever. Like, Oranguru just clicks it. And it's got Mental Herb, so unless double Taunt, that'd be a crazy turn. But the thing is like, you have to go, if you're going to do that, you have to go for a defensive Terra on the Annihilape. And I don't, unfortunately, I don't see it. Yeah, Psychic Noise is nice for the attack. Cool. Yeah, the problem with facing Annihilape too is you don't want to damage it with just like weak damage. You basically want to 2-hit KO it or just don't hit it. Just because you just don't want to stack up those Rage Fist boosts. But Oranguru has a really nice matchup into it, so maybe you could just Psychic Noise the crap out of that thing. Yeah, see what he's going to do, right? What happens here? Final Gambit. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Cool. I know, it's funny, I actually did my team builds for both of these teams, and I thought about this actually after when I was looking out. I kind of rewatched it, just gonna be like, what did I do preparing for these live matches? And I was like, I didn't mention like the Final Gambit set. That's like one of the better ways. And by the way, look at this. He went hard Trick Room. This is gonna be really hard to come back from, because this Executor doesn't have Trick Room. This is gonna be really tough. Nice adjustment from James, by the way. You see there's no Terra Ghost. You see it's Terra Fighting. You don't see, I guess it could have been Focus Sash, I guess, on the what's it called, Oranguru, but that's a really tough, that's a tough item to put on there with such a bulky Pokemon. So now you've got Fake Out into the Executor. This is a really good position for James right now. But neither of these Pokemon really care too much about the the eruption right now. I guess Cinderace wouldn't like it that much. Did you reveal all 4 moves? Sleep Powder, Psychic, Terra Blast, and Protect? Yeah, you got the whole set, so you know there's no grass move, so that Blastoise is sitting pretty. Yeah, Sleep Powder that. Yeah, that's just the freest fake out into that slot, because you know it just protected. Higher Ball, just to do a little bit of damage. Oh, never mind, just get rid of it. So this guy really didn't care about the Eruption. But I think that's really hard to do going last and clicking Eruptions. What did he click? I don't remember. Earth Power. Yeah, that doesn't KO. Oh, it's Focus Sash anyway, so. Yeah, this is just, like, this is really tough, right? I don't think the Ninetales is in the back, though. That's a hard switch in, though, against this, though. Yeah, you changed the weather, but now you're taking a lot of damage on that, on the Ninetales. And usually it's front row for the most part. So let's see, is this just... Yeah, Helping Hand and what, though? The Blastoise is just going to hit so hard. Like, what's stopping you from just Muddy Watering? Helping Hand, Vacuum Wave, okay. Just to get rid of the Cinderace. I love Helping Hand on Torkoal, by the way. It's so underrated. Hensi Koopa. Let's see. Oh, no! That's rough. Oh, double protect. Okay, so he didn't really get him. But the first reaction, I do that too. Oh, no, I guessed wrong. And then he just double protected. Yeah, you're also stalling out Sun turns as well. So that's just really smart by him as well. Just, these guys are just so good, right? So... see, now he knows what you're going to do, though, so I wouldn't go for the same play, but Helping Hand makes sense, but maybe Helping Hand and, like, a Hyper Voice would be good. Yeah, I wouldn't Vacuum Wave again. Because you don't know what's in the back, right? Yeah, he's just going for it. Yeah. Hoping that the Cinderace switches out, and then that you just take out the Blastoise, that would get you right back in the game, and I think that'd be a great turn if that works out, because that's another thing. When the game's over... Just go for high-risk plays, right? Because the game's already over. So no switch. Well, he's not. The switch would have happened. Unless it's U-turn. Could be U-turn. Helping Hand goes before U-turn anyway, so let's see. Higher Ball, okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Use their Sun against them. Holy cow. Remember the old animation for Pyro Ball, by the way? Yeah, single target Muddy Water. Blastoise just wants to stick around on the field like so long. And it's just so annoying with Yawn, Icy Wind, Muddy Water, Fake Out, things like that. It's so annoying. So yeah, don't reveal anymore. You knew that wasn't going to pick up, but that does so much damage. Torkoal is very tanky on the defensive side too, so that Pyro Ball, the Sun is just putting in work right now for James. Yeah, I guess Ninetales isn't really needed here for getting rid of that weather. You just embrace it. I think I mentioned that in my my last video, kind of just previewing all the matchups. Like, one of the ways is you can just stop it or just embrace it. Like, if somebody's going to set the Sun for you, I personally like doing that. I'm like, if I have 6 Pokemon, so I'm going to have extra moves and extra modes for my team on yours. So that's really good that he's making your team work for him. So what is Mount's adjustment here? I love seeing like the mind behind what the thought process is, right? So you've got, so he just won game 1 pretty comfortably, but then James, he just kind of went off right in game 2, just with a really nice adjustment, thinking that he would adjust like that. And you know it's not Focus Sash on the Illumise, so you can final game at that slot too if you wanted. So let's see, but that's probably Scarf though, because I'm trying to think of Scarf Annihilape. Yeah, you would get to out Scarf Annihilape. Does it get over 256? Oh, sorry, not 256, 236, because that would be your Executor, right? So Tailwind and Sun would double the speed. So if your Final Gambit outspeeds it, yeah. Yeah, because that was Oranguru and the Executor, right? So Annihilape would have outsped anyway. So you didn't really learn the item, but I would assume it for game 3. I think that's a fair assumption. Like, you haven't seen Scarf on anything else. So let me see. See, this is the problem. What I thought would be with a team like Mounts is if you really want Trick Room to go, I just don't think that he's going to let you do it, right? I think Annihilape was a good lead into the fast and the slow mode. And so much information's been given out, so... yeah, let's see what happens. I think Annihilape has a bunch of different options, too. You can, like, U-turn out. I didn't see Protect on the Oran Guru, but... yeah, you gotta lock in your team, guy. He's just doing it again. Wow. Is he hoping that James just adjusts to the adjustment? Because I think that was a bad lead against Mount for Mount. So let's see if he's hoping that James switches it up. Yeah. Okay, see, he's playing the mind games here. Nope, he did. That's funny. Yeah, I figured that was a safe lead for James, right? Like, that's the thing about these solid players, man. They're like, you know what? This works against pretty much everything. I think I'm okay with this. I'm not sure if the back row is going to be the same, but I think Blastoise is definitely back there. And we didn't see the last Mon last game, did we? We saw the Annihilape go down, and then the Cinderace and the Blastoise just stayed on the field to the end, right? So this last Mon is just a secret right now. Oh. Let's see. So you're sacking your son. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with final gammeting again. Yeah, there you go. Why not? Oh, he went into the other slot. Okay, yeah, because now that the final gambit's gone, but again, the sun's up for Pyro Ball. Like, is this just going to straight up KO this Oran Guru? Like, oh, U-turn too. That's a good turn too. So now you just get to fully reposition. So you can get your Blastoise on the field with Fake Out the Torkoal. Yeah, Fake out the Torkoal here, and then you just go for a Pyro Ball into the Trick Room setter. I would just do that. Because that Pyro Ball is going to do stupid damage. I don't think anything's going to survive that. Hydrapple. Okay, so he didn't go with what I thought. Yeah, now what? Yeah, I had a feeling that this would be a good option. Just like bring the Trick Room deterrent kind of thing. It's not AV Hydrapple, so at least I don't think. Did we confirm that it wasn't? I don't remember if it protected. I know it was just it was used infestation, then just locked into it. So unless we know the calcs, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know, man. You got to sleep in the bed you made. I think I would go for Trick Room here. Oh, he's choosing not to. Okay. Yeah, I figured Blastoise U-turn into Blastoise makes sense for the Fake Out. So here's the thing, like, still has the Terra. What's the Terra on the Hydrapple? I don't know. But he does. Ooh, Heat Wave. Yeah, you can't Helping Hand here, I guess. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the Bloodmoon into the Blastoise here. So I think, I think you just Fake Out the... what's it called? The Ursaluna here. And take your chances, because Earth Power is on Hydrapple as well. You could do that. Yep, that's a smart Protect, because I think the Fake Out's going into that slot. You'd rather take the... yeah, makes sense. And then you roll the dice with Earth Power, I think it is. Or it's just a straight up Draco Meteor. Heat Wave, this should do a lot. Wow. Grass Knot. Oh, he just went for it. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're really not afraid of that Torkoal right now. Wow, that's a problem. It's a 2v1 pretty much. Like, what's this Torkoal doing other than Helping Handing? Now you just double the crap out of that Ursaluna, right? Yeah, I'm trying to think how Mount gets out of this. He's on his back foot right now. He didn't get the speed control he wanted. Having to switch out turn 1 with your lead. Yeah, I guess you could just whittle down the Blastoise. Like, just... how late of a Trick Room are we going to get? That's the thing. Actually, you know what? Switching in the Oran Guru last turn would have been really nice on the Luna. Then Fake Out's out. Well, not like Fake Out really mattered anyway. Helping Hand and... see, is this fast? I didn't see the speed order. Yeah, I guess it is. Takes out the Hydrapple. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. And now you gotta worry about Cinderace and Blastoise. Okay. Muddy Water. What's this going to do? An accuracy drop would change everything. Okay, he's holding his breath. You can see it. He's like... All right, but the sun's still up for Cinderace, so this is tough. I'm trying to think if you... Because you kind of want the sun up for you if you're James, right? So maybe you just go straight for damage into the... Yeah, you just go for Muddy Water again, and then Pyro Ball into the Luna, but I think he's just going to protect, right? He could read this. This would be a crazy read, but when do you get Oranguru on the field is my question. Like, when is the time? Because it's just sitting back there. It's offering, like, 0 pressure. You got to break the sash on the Cinderace, too, so I think someone's doing a spread damage here. So Earth Power, Hyper Voice. Protect, that makes sense, too. Yeah, he read it. Let's see. What do the Blastoise want to do here? Muddy Water, yeah. There's no reason to just not Muddy Water until the end of the game. See, it's interesting because you kind of want the sun up for the Cinderace, but you kind of want it to end for the Blastoise. Like, look how much damage that's doing in the sun. Yeah, that was such a good turn for James. I think he's... I don't really know who wins here. I just know that he's got... The Ursaluna does go first, but the Cinderace having Sash, so you can't even just, like, delete it with a Blood Moon here. I think you might just have to, like, hope for a crit or something. Is this just Helping Hand Hyper Voice? That might be the way to go. They both have Protect, right? So... Yeah, I'm trying to think what you would do here. It's almost like you want the sun to end so that Cinderace is less of a problem, but, like, you just protect it. I'm trying to see outs here. I just... Or hope for a miss, right? This is tough. He's going for it. Tear what? He's got the open tears. We don't. Let's see, what was it? Fire. Oh my goodness. If it wasn't going to die before, it's absolutely dead now. Let's see. Oh, he got it! He got it! Yeah! He's jazzed up right now. Does the Blastoise just finish off the Torkoal? I'm waiting for him to miss one of these. You got it. All right. Yeah, me personally, I miss Muddy Waters like it's nothing, right? Does Sun end? How many turns of Sun are left? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so the Pyro Ball does less. So you may survive this. But the thing is you're not getting... But actually, I think you might survive a Pyro Ball now. It's gonna be close, though. So you just go for... You just double the Cinderace here. I guess you don't really need the Trick Room right now. Do you need it? I feel like you just attack the Cinderace once, and then maybe you Blood Moon the Blastoise here, and hopefully you survive, because that Cinderace with the sun gone, it just does a lot less. Yeah, are you hoping for misses here too? I think anything in his favor he's looking for right now. I would probably just use a Psychic Noise into that Cinderace and then Blood Moon the Blastoise, and hopefully it picks up. But I think we got a calc on that last game, and it just didn't do as much as he wanted. Yeah. How much is this going to do? Yeah, you go into the damage dealer. Oh, he lived! So he could have done what I was going to do. Did he double it? Yeah, it brings it down to Sash. Did he Psychic Noise that slot, or did he Trick Room? So let's see. Yeah, Muddy Water. Does this pick up? Yeah, it does. Wow, okay. That's crazy, though. 85% accurate moves, just all of them hitting the entire set. That's the power of Blastoise, guys. It's hard to get off the field, and just annoying moves, right? Yeah, Cinderace has Protect, though, so what do you do here? Yeah, I guess you can Psychic Noise the Cinderace here, because the Blastoise, you might... I think Psychic Noise stops the Blastoise's Citrus Berry from activating, right? But it might activate at the end of the game, and you don't want that, so... Do you read the Protect here? I feel like James just has to Protect, because why not? Maybe even double Protect. Oh, you haven't revealed Encore on the Oranguru yet, so you Protect with the Cinderace. Nope, he didn't. He just went for damage. It'd be nice to, well, not be nice, but like it'd be interesting if he just missed one of his moves here. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, let's see it. Now you got the Pyro Ball. This is so strong. Terra Fire Pyro Ball. This move is so busted. Yeah, wow. Wow, fun match. Fun match. So James is 1-0 to start the season. Mount coming off a championship is 0-1, but that was really close. Like there are a bunch of scenarios where that game just went either way. So awesome job. So yeah, so there's the set there. Go check out James's perspective too, and go watch Mounts if you haven't already seen it as well, because I was just talking over his commentary. He has a lot of good things to say, so go check that out for sure. But I think what I'm going to do next is I want to actually compare what they did compared to what I thought they were going to do, and then why they brought what they brought. So I will be right back. All right, so let's see where we went wrong with this this breakdown, or this team that I created before the set. So this is what I thought I was going to bring, or James was going to bring against Mount. We had the Annihilate, the Ninetales, the Kilowattrel, Crocodile, Furret, and Cinderace. Looks like we were 3 for 6 there. The Blastoise was so impactful. That was such a good Pokemon. The Hydrapple, you could definitely see in Mount's like face and like just his reaction. He did not want to see that Hydrapple. So that must have been a very good bring in testing for both of them. Went, hey, this is great into this. And then Mount was sitting there going, I really don't want to see this, because when he saw it, you could definitely see his reaction. The Kilowattrel Crocodile, I don't know how impactful it would have been in that matchup, just because you had the Encore, you had the, like, for the Kilowattrel setup, you had the Executor would have, you know, I guess Air Slashes in the Kilowattrel would have been rough, whatever, but you can Sleep Powder it, whatever it is. But yeah, just the Blastoise was so good in that set. The Cinderace was amazing. Like, set the sun for me, why don't you? That was fantastic. The Revavroom, I thought that was an interesting strategy. I know that James in his breakdown of his draft had said something along the lines of like, I wanted to draft a bunch of things I haven't really used just to kind of get comfortable with them. You could tell he just wants to get better at the game and get used to Pokemon he's just not really used to using, but just using great fundamentals he's developed over the years just to put in wins, and today it worked out for him. The Revavroom with the spin out was fantastic. I think that's the only move we saw in it. Just dropping the attack by 1. Dropping the speed by 1, and then just 100 stab steel move is just so strong. But you can see how little that did at the Illumise, so I'm not surprised we didn't see that again in games 2 and 3. Very nice adjustment by James, just going for just the massive amounts of damage with the Final Gambit. I didn't have the Final Gambit on this set. I kind of kick myself for not predicting that, because that is another way of stopping Trick Room. Like, there are so many ways of stopping Trick Room, and I felt like, it's funny, in a game 3, that Sentret with Follow Me would have been a very nice addition just to get Trick Room up, and we might have had a completely different game. Not saying you should or shouldn't have, it's just maybe what I would have done just to give me an extra tool. But then what stays home if you bring the Sentret? I feel like the Illumise, Oranguru, Torkoal, and Ursaluna were just so good. So what is it, the Executor? And then you just lose the impact that had in game 1, and you might not win game 1 unless that was there. So again, it's really hard to kind of, in hindsight, say what would have been done. But again, that just would have been a tool. I'm not sure if it would have helped, but it is a very poor Follow Me user, but Follow Me nonetheless. But let's get into Mount's team a little bit and kind of what worked and where I was wrong. This team I guessed actually really close. So I got the Brick Break wrong on the Oranguru. It could have been, I think it was Encore he had, and then Psychic, it was Psychic Noise. So the difference, and it was Terra Fighting on the Oranguru. So what? Maybe the Crocodile Dark moves he was afraid of. Just because he wanted to resist it. And what else? Maybe he didn't want to be weak to fighting. Yeah, you resist the dark, but you're neutral to the fighting. So that's actually a really smart Terra there. I went for AV Ursa. I believe he had Protect on there. I didn't see the EV spread or the item. I don't really remember. The Torkoal had Helping Hand instead of Yawn. I thought Weather Ball would have been really good. I don't think he added on it. I think he had Heat Wave, Helping Hand, Earth Power. But yeah, that Cinderace, I knew that was going to be good this week. It's just he needed the Earth Power there for it, just because he didn't want to be walled by it. I think he just got caught on a couple of Protects. The Blaziken, I think it was Focus Sash, and I had Life Orb on there. And he went for a special version. That's wild. That's a really cool set. And it worked out well for him. I thought it was just nice. He just, you know, but unfortunately he didn't bring the Intimidate user. So maybe he's kicking himself for not going physical on that one, but we'll have to see what he says after. Maybe I'll go watch his commentary again, because I didn't really get a chance to listen to it as I was commentating myself. But the Illumise Tailwind Encore Sunny Day, we got that almost entirely. I didn't see the last move though. Maybe it was Brick Break. I didn't remember seeing it. I didn't get the Terra type either, and then the Centra we didn't see. So that's really cool. Like, it's so nice to kind of build myself just in case I were piloting the team and just kind of giving myself a scorecard. So this week, what am I? So let's just say out of 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 for 12. That's not bad. That's not bad. So that's my grade for the week, 8 for 12. And it's really hard to predict the sets and stuff like that, but we'll just kind of bragging rights for what we thought. And at least we did see a Terra Fairy, though. It wasn't on the Ursaluna, it was on the Executor, so. But anyway, and on the other one, let me just go back to that one. We didn't see the Ninetales, so we didn't get anything on that, so we didn't see the set. Maybe I'll watch James's just to kind of see how close I was. The Annihilape, completely wrong. It was a Scarf set. Crocodile didn't show up. Kilowatcher didn't show up. Furt didn't show up. But the Cinderace, Pyro Ball, and Protect. So I think the Feint could have been cool, but I don't think he was too worried about that Blaziken, I guess. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. So, all right, so that's the first one that we've done. Awesome. I'll release this one probably middle of the week. I think the release schedule is probably going to be just Monday, and then just it'll just trickle out throughout the week. Wednesday, I'm going to have the week 2 breakdown, and then the following week moving throughout the season will be Wednesday. And then I'll probably just release a ladder video or something that I know my channel originally was laddering videos just for Right J and stuff like that. I do kind of want to do some of the GC coming up. I think I've got an Executor team I want to break out again, and it should be some fun. But we'll see. So tune into the channel. Check out every single match that we've got going on. If you're watching this one, there's another 3 coming out. So check it out, and I will see you guys in the next one, and peace.